So many of my friends had reached out for a place to stay. So I would just, or I was reaching out to people being like, hey guys, I'm in Philly. If you need, like, my place is, oh, I did have a friend staying here, but I had basically 2 extra bedrooms that really weren't being used. So I was like, if you guys need a place to stay, come. No one, thank God, needed it, but it was available if they needed it. But it was really hard, to be honest, being back in Philly and just seeing the devastation that was going on, in LA. Um, so many of my friends were evacuated and didn't, a few lost their houses. Actually, one of my good friends, he went to Delran. I went to college with him. Him and his wife lost their house. So too, when the Rams played the Eagles, it was like you wanted the Rams to win because you knew LA needed that, like that win. But then also it's like you're like, I bleed green. I can't root for the Rams. I'm in Philly. So that was a really, really hard game for me. But yeah, it was tough being there. And for the Blonde Blitz, one of the correspondents, Shay Holland, she's a HGTV designer. And she blends football with design, she's phenomenal at it. She actually was on the front line, so she was helping. She's a former TV reporter, so she went to help, and so she was kind of giving updates on the Blonde Blitz, which made me feel a lot better, just of everything that was going on, and kind of made me feel like I was at least helping a little bit. So, but yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
I know that when I went out there and I shot the documentary that we shot, it was really an eerie feeling because we walked into these people's houses and there were still Christmas decorations up, and it was like March, April when I was there. Christmas decorations were still up. There was still food on the counter. I mean, obviously it had gone bad. There were like coyotes walking in the street, and there was nobody around except for you would see the occasional policeman or the National Guard or some restoration contractor. And from what I understand, it's still pretty bad there. The people are still not back in their homes, a lot of them.
Right. Yeah, no, I've met a lot of people because a lot of people moved, got kind of moved from Malibu to the South Bay, and to kind of the West Side because they're used to that ocean. You know what I mean? So I've met a lot of people. No, you're right. Building is still going on. It takes a while. And it was so many people were affected that it's just a slower process. But thank God none of my friends passed away, or like that. One of my colleagues, her and her husband and her daughter, they had stayed in the house and they were woken up by the neighbors. Like the neighbors had thought they had left and they hadn't, and they were sleeping. And so thank God the neighbors like double checked that they were out of the house, because they literally had 5 minutes to grab some clothing and grab their medications and important documents, and like she actually filmed them running out of the house. Like wow. It was insane to watch. And you just see fire all around, and you just see sparks and like devastation. So it's been tough. We've had a lot of fires in the last couple of years. I'm very lucky that I live where I live. I live like on the beach. So I have to worry about tsunamis a little bit.
Right.
But I'm actually up on a hill, so friends again can come here. I'm a little further away from the beach because I can't afford it. So yep. I'm like 10 blocks, which 10 blocks makes a difference, especially when I'm up on a hill. So yeah, I'm close enough to enjoy it, but a mile away. But yeah. So
I'll tell you what, California is a beautiful state, though.
It is.
It is probably, I've been all around the United States, and it's probably one of the most beautiful states. And I always liked Utah, but California has so much to offer with the beaches. You could be in the mountains, you could be in the national park.
And the same day, like we've been to Big Bear before, and we're hiking and or skiing, and then we like come back to the beach and we're at the ocean. We can go swimming. Like it's so much fun, but it's a hefty price to live here too. Like, and there's days like today where it's just overcast and and I'm like, I pay too much money. My mortgage is too much to have this weather. Like, who do I need to talk to? God, because yeah.
So Deb, if one of our listeners wants to reach out and find you or contact you or follow your adventures or at least become a fan, where are some places that they can find you at?
Sure. So you can find me at Sport Report Deb on Instagram, and then also at the Blonde Blitz, also on Instagram. LinkedIn, I'm Deborah J. Whitcas. If you want to reach out for business purposes. But yeah, I'd love to talk to everybody. If you guys have any questions or you want to collab on something, I'm good to go. Like, let's do it. So I'm all about sports, all about working together to help people. And yeah, let's go.
One day you and I are going to have to collab on something, Deb.
Yes, let's do it. I have got to make it down to Tampa again. I don't think I've been there since I was there for Super Bowl, to be honest.
It's grown.
I love it there.
It's grown, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. I have no intentions of ever leaving.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that whole Clearwater, Tampa, Tarpon Springs area. So, yeah, I love it. And I have several friends down there. It's just hard when I go back and forth between Philly and California, and then also we have some family in Boston. So I kind of find myself in that triangle. Also a little bit in Atlanta. So, and I travel for work so much too. So it's hard to kind of be everywhere all at once, as you know.